Alright, so you're done watching the Green Cannabis Packaging Series and you're wondering what's the next step? How do I take action? I wanted to record a quick video as we're traveling and as we're talking to big cannabis brands and helping them pave their way in sustainability. I wanted to record a video basically to cover what we cover in our first meeting, to either plant the seeds, because I think they've been really valuable questions to ask, or if you want to work with us on your sustainable packaging, these are things that you can prepare or that we can talk about in our first call. So there's really three things, and if you do these three things, I think you're well on your way to creating a solid green strategy. I've been making this point to people that I think is really important, that today's consumer right now is becoming very educated. I think if you've watched the Green Cannabis Packaging Series, you know more than 99% of people about sustainable packaging right now. But I think that knowledge will be common knowledge in 6 to 12 months. So those of us, or those people who are just doing fake green packaging that sounds good and is taking advantage of the fact that the consumer isn't educated, I think those efforts could very well backfire on you in 6 to 12 months as the consumer becomes more educated. They're going to feel like they were played, and no one likes to feel that way. So this is why I'm urging everyone to take a true green stance. It is harder. It is much harder. There's much more layers, but we'll help you navigate through that. And I want to just share these questions, whether you do it with us. I mean, I hope you do it with us, but even if you do it on your own, part of it's growing our business, and we want to do that at Contempo Specialty Packaging, but also this is like a higher level, like what do they call it? Like a higher purpose. Like we actually want to solve the problems, and so let's just get into the three questions. The first thing I want you to be clear on is, what is your reason for wanting sustainable packaging? What is your motive? I think motive is very important. Some people say motive's not important. I think motive, understanding your reasoning, what's driving you to do this in the first place, be very clear on that, because that's going to help us dictate what our strategy is. The strategies are going to be custom. So what is your motive? Is it, do you really want to save the planet? Are you up at night thinking about what's happening? Or, and there's nothing wrong with this, are your consumers saying, I want it? And you're like, wow, in order to give the market what they want, I need a green strategy. So what is your motive? Number two, is there a certain path from the Green Cannabis Packaging Series that you think is best of the 5 paths? And if you guys don't know about the series, go on YouTube, search Green Cannabis Packaging Series, or Google. I think definitely YouTube, but Google will probably show up too. And we talk about what are the 5 different types of sustainable packaging. And you can say which ones resonate with you most. All of them, some of them, 1 or 2 of them. So if you have a preference, we'll tailor our strategy towards that. That's number 2. And number 3, how do you want people to feel when they think of your brand? What is the vibe of your brand? So some brands that we're talking to, they're super fashion forward. And to them, our strategy and suggestions are, keep that fashion forward look, keep that restoration hardware, Louis Vuitton and some, keep that vibe, but just put sustainable practices into it. We're not going to go with an earthy, crunchy feel, because that's not what your brand's about. That's not how you want consumers to feel. If you're going with more of an earthy look, there's a different strategy. So how do you want people to feel when they think of your brand? That's one of the magic questions in branding, I believe, that you should think about. And I think from that can drive a lot of your decisions. So those are the 3 things. If you want to work with us on it, go to contempopackaging.com, fill out one of the forms, and if not, take that, execute that, work with us or on your own. But my advice to you, do what's actually good for the environment. The days where you can greenwash and get away with it are ending, and it's harder, and it's hard for us too. We don't have all the answers. There's no silver bullet, but just get on the path, get on the journey, start the journey. All right, talk to you soon.
Contempo Specialty Packaging has beautiful CR packaging for every cannabis product. Visit contempopackaging.com.